Okay. We are back. Sorry about that. The stream stopped like showing me a preview, and then when I went to go check the preview, it told me that my account had been signed out for some reason. So I had to do like loads of security, two-factor, and all that bollocks. So yeah. Anyway. Big game today, huge game today at St James's Park. Now, a very, very difficult stadium to come and win, admittedly, but a win here would signify a massive upturn in form for Chelsea. We'd obviously go up to third because City dropped points against Southampton of all teams yesterday. Crazy. And yeah, yeah, an absolute six-pointer, as you say it, an absolute six-pointer. I also am going to get, you're going to be able to see in that side, I'm going to be getting loads of alerts because the new video that came out yesterday is doing so well. I'm getting quite a lot of subscribers, and usually that doesn't happen, so like this might be popping off quite a lot. But yeah, welcome in. I just noticed that the chat is slightly over to the right. Welcome to the future. You're in Australia. Well, you know what? If you look at me and you see like how I look quite out of sorts, I look quite tired. It's because I'm on America time. I'm on Mountain Time from America specifically, so I am very like I'm not in the I'm not in the right I'm not in the right like headspace. I'm so tired. How's the rebrand going? Very well. In fact, I need to pop out the chat. So let me do that real quick. Very well. It's actually I'm surprised at how well the current previews are doing. As I said, it specifically like I said, this last video I've done is the best performing video that I've done in absolutely months, like genuinely. So yeah, very happy with how that's going. I've obviously got some other things. Obviously you saw the previews now part of the forward press. I've got one coming up later today as well. After the game, we've got a new one, which Crimson will know about ever so slightly. I've also got another one for my tactical breakdowns, but again, I'm not too sure when I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll do that. Just rebrand every 2 months and you're golden. Honestly, that is what I've kind of been doing my entire. It's kind of what I've been doing. Like I've mentioned this before, because of my neurodivergence, I can't stay doing the same thing for a long time. Like my brain just doesn't let me do it. Eventually I have to change something up, whether that be thumbnails or video content or me starting to do streams or whatever. I literally have to just change something. I can't do the same thing over and over again. It makes me really like irrationally kind of uncomfortable. So yeah, but yeah, the rebrand's going really well. I said it's I'm very glad that people have taken to it. Who did the logo? I've got an artist. He's a freelancer. I've completely forgotten what his name is. Oh, what's his name? It's really bad. That's really poor from me. I think he's called Rana. I believe he's called Rana. I'm not sure. But yeah, I've got basically I hired a freelance artist to do some work for me for the first logo. And because the first logo was so good and I wanted to keep everything uniform, I basically went back to him and was like, hey, can you do this again, but 3 times? And he smashed it out of the park, genuinely. So yes, I did pay for those. But yeah, cool. Let's get into this because the lineups are probably out by now, honestly. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. As you just said. So let's quickly do the bingo, and then we can talk about the lineups. So I've got George up again, just in case he plays. I've got Jackson, player of the match, rather. This is in reference to obviously my video saying that I think that he's going to be a big part to play. Clean sheet as always. Good crowd as always. We know there's going to be a good crowd at St James's Park. Guiu on the bench. This is an interesting one because we've seen that he is supposedly ready to come on the bench, according to Maresca. Early goal as always. We have Reece James's Park. This is just if he gets some kind of involvement. Over 2 goals scored. Game of 2 halves. Unlikely goal scorer standard. Player book for descent standard. Clean tackle punish standard. Maresca ball in full flow standard. Ref/VAR mistake standard. Defensive howler standard. Worldies a standard. Lavia goated. This is just again if Lavia has a good game. Correct prediction, which I will do this time. I'll remember to do that. Set piece goal as always. Mono on vacation. If anything happens, my thing was zoomed in earlier, but it's not now. Palmer back to back. This is if he scores again. I feel like he will get on the score sheet again today. Weird sub, as always, Sanchez Bozo moment. Now, he's been playing very, very well for too many games in a row for me to... I'm now worried that there's going to be like a Bozo moment in this game. So that's why I put that there. And then third place, of course, for a win. Let me quickly bring this to the front. And I can put in my lineup from the preview, which was this. Unless I don't think I got this wrong. I don't think that I've messed this up. But yeah, Neto, Madueke, and Jackson. Now we can actually see the wish we had me. Sure, he always plays good against Newcastle. Yeah, he does. I'll never forget that last minute winner where he's nipped Kieran Trippier. The one thing I have seen, because I haven't really been online very much today, because again I'm not really like with it today, but I did see that supposedly Kieran Trippier and Willock aren't in the team for Newcastle. That's what I saw. If that's true, that's huge for us. That does make me a bit fearful that Lewis Miley might be starting though. Let me quickly swap to this screen, and we can get the lineup up. Boom. Let's do this. Come on, lineup. Where are you at? Oh, Lava, you're on the front as well. Very pog. I'm gonna have to adjust this again because it's really annoying. I love whiteboard because I use it so much, but like I hate the fact that I have to adjust everything whenever I put in a new picture. There we go. So yeah, Sanchez, Caicedo, Chalobah. Yeah, so exactly what I said in my preview. We kind of settled. This is I saw this stat yesterday. That lineup that we put out last week against Liverpool was the first time Enzo Maresca has ever put out the same two sides in a row. It's the first time, and now this is 3 in a row. Getting that consistency will be good. So we do not have Gio on the bench, which is unfortunate. Achampong and George are on there as standard. Dewsbury Hall's on there as standard. Sancho, James. I think we're going to see pretty standard substitutions here from Maresca. I would imagine we see James come on for Lavia at like 65 minutes. I imagine we see Sancho come on for Madueke at some point, and then obviously he'll swap over to the right. Yeah, pretty much a standard. Is there anyone missing from the bench that's usually there? It feels like a weird bench. I don't know why. Is anyone missing? I guess in Kunku, but he's not been playing recently. Yeah, so pretty standard. I said, I think we'll line up in the same way we normally do, with this kind of setup. I said the thing which is kind of fun about this game is that because of Flip, because Newcastle play that like weird flat 3 in midfield, and they're not like in a kind of triangle formation like most people do. Like our formation is very weird. Like it's able to get through them quite easily, but at the same time, it's like not very easy to do it. That makes no sense, but in my head that makes sense. If we're able to do it, it makes it easier for us, but it's not easy to do that initial kind of like movement to get past their midfield. That's what I'm trying to say. In fact, what I'll actually do, I will slip over. I'm going to actually find the Newcastle lineup, because I don't usually do this. Let's get their lineup, because we can talk about that a little bit. Are they? Oh god, are these another lot that do it in number order? They are. At least they got a goalkeeper first, though. I guess that's good. Here. Boom. Let me put that there. So this is their lineup. I'll actually just put ours bigger as well, just so we can see them together. So they have Nick Pope in goal. Sven Botman comes in for Dan Burn, which is very interesting. I imagined if Botman came in, it would have been for Cher, because apparently he's got like an injury concern. Tonali is in. Gordon's in. Barnes is in. I was going to put Harvey Barnes in my predicted lineup, and I decided to go for Murphy instead, because I felt like they might want to go for a bit more kind of control. I feel like Murphy gives you a bit more control than Barnes does. I feel like he's more kind of like reliable in a way. I feel like Barnes has got his like high moments, but he's not as like consistent. Isak, of course. Livramento, of course. Oh, Murphy is on the pitch as well. Wait, so where? Huh? Oh wait, Burn's on the pitch as well. What is this formation? What formation are they playing? Is it a 3-4-3 or something? You got Botman, Shah, and Burn. I guess Burn's playing at left back. That's probably what it is. So we've got Burn at left back, Livramento at right back. Yeah, because Hall's not playing. Then you've got Sven Botman and Cher, Tonali, Bruno, and Murphy as the three midfielders, I guess. And then you've got Gordon and... I'm really confused. Wait. I'm so confused. No Willock, no Trippier. I think it must be... They must be playing like a 3-4-3 or something. Oh, you know what this probably is? 3-4-3, yeah. 3-4-3. They have Pope, Cher, Botman, and Burn as the three centre-backs. Then across the middle, you've got Murphy on the right side, Livramento on the left side, and then the two centre-mids are Bruno and Tonali. And then up top, you've got Isak, Barnes, and Gordon. That's probably what it is. Yeah, or a 3-5-2 as well. This is definitely three at the back. Which is weird, and that kind of counters us a little bit more. On the bench, they've got not very many. They haven't really got anyone on the bench. Lascelles is playing, which is interesting. He's on the bench. When I kind of searched up, he was apparently ruled out. So I don't think he'd actually come off the bench. For their bench options here, they have Miley, Kraft, Wilson, maybe Osula. 4-3-3 Burn at left back, Murphy at cam. Yeah, that definitely could be a thing. But like, it's weird. It's weird to see Murphy there again. That's a bit of a weird thing for them. But yeah, hopefully that's not too big. Also, someone said hello from New Zealand. Hello. Just looking back at the chat to see if there's anything I missed. Am I worried about Reece James? Not at all. The thing is with Reece, right? People talk about Maresca kind of making him a rotational player or whatever. I think that he's gaining confidence in the midfield area by being able to play those Conference League games. I think that he's starting to get, like, I don't know if you've noticed this, but like, as we've been progressing through the Conference League and he's been playing those games, he's gotten much more comfortable being that kind of player that can receive the ball on the turn and play forward. And we know he can play in midfield. He got player of the season for Wigan playing in midfield. We know he can play in midfield. I think most people's concern is the fact that, like, we have so many good players that we want to fit into the team at the same time, and this is part of the reason why I really like using my flip. I like Enzo Maresca's systems because it allows us to get Caicedo, Lavia, Palmer, and Enzo all in the team, which is really, really hard to do. And obviously, fitting James into that situation is kind of difficult. But my brain says, like, and this is the way that I break it down. Caicedo obviously has to start every game. He's the best player in our team, hands down. We have Lavia, who is the literal linchpin for our entire system and how we play out from the back. So he has to start. We're obviously going to be starting Palmer because it's Palmer. He's literally our best creative player. And then Enzo has been in such good form today. It's just, this season rather, that it just seems unfathomable actually dropping him. And my brain is saying, like, with Reece James, does putting Reece James in over any of those four players make the team better? And I don't think it does. So I'm perfectly fine with him playing as this rotational option. I feel like he's got the ability to play where Caicedo is and play at right back and go into midfield, but he's not currently fit enough in terms of his overall health and his injury record. I don't think he's fit enough to do that at the moment. Next season, I think we'll probably see that more often than not. At least we'll see it more than we do this season, at least. But yeah, I don't think, as I said, I'm not too fussed with James being here. And it also helps the fact that James, obviously he's such a good defender, that it helps when we can play this kind of ultra aggressive formation and system with having these four midfielders on the pitch. And then if we do get ahead, we can bring James on later, and he's such a good defender that he can kind of shut down the wings. So yeah. I think that he's been he's been managed really, really well by Maresca. That's one of the things which I love about Enzo this season, is how well he has integrated like injured players back into the team, and he hasn't rushed anyone back like we saw under Pochettino. He hasn't got people re-injured really quickly. Obviously, we've seen Lavia play multiple games in a row now. Fingers crossed he doesn't get injured now. I've said that. Touch wood. But yeah. So yeah, lovely formation for this. This Newcastle team's a bit weird. And yeah, God, this is such a big game. I'm really, as I said, we win this game, we not only get, as I said, it's not only a 6-pointer because we're fighting against Newcastle for that top 5 spot. We go up to 3rd with a win here. I think we'll also be like maybe 1 or 2 points behind 2nd. I can't actually remember. Let me check that real quick. So we are currently on 63 points. Yeah. So if we win this game, we are 1 point behind Arsenal, who have 67 points currently. Obviously, they will have a game in hand on us, but we'll be 1 point away from 2nd and in a European final. And I think if that is the case, and this is the thing, right? We've got 3 games to play. We've got Newcastle United, Manchester United, and Nottingham Forest. Now, we probably need to win the Nottingham Forest game, but I'm pretty sure that winning 2 out of the 3 games kind of guarantees us the qualification here, unless Villa do something crazy. I'm pretty sure, because I think Villa are like the outside options. But yeah, we're nearly there. It's nearly the end of the season. Arsenal play Liverpool, yeah. So that, well, to be honest, that's it always seems like Ujima Flip, they play Liverpool, that must be a difficult game for them. But we saw from last week that Liverpool just don't really care. So I think they'll probably win that game. Then again, Arsenal play like 2014 Stoke at the moment, so you never know. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out as ever. I'm going to have to be ending the stream here. As I said, we've got about an hour until the game. I will be streaming after the game as well with, I was about to say Feeling Blue. It's not called that anymore, so we'll get into that when we get into that. But yes, I'm so feeling blue pilled that I was gonna say that. I can't remember. I've changed the name of it. But yeah, I'll be streaming again after the game. We'll kind of go over what happens and tick off the bingo card and stuff as well. This is actually the one thing which is nice about it being an early kickoff, is that I don't have to stream really late. So yeah, as I said, thank you for your support as ever. Thank you for the support on the latest video as well, because it's going very, very well. And yeah, hopefully we can keep that's my alarm. Hopefully we can keep kind of grinding and get the channel back to where it used to be. That'll be good. We keep bringing it back. As I said, keep that blue flag flying high as ever. Up the